You're watching Biz One-on-One with Randy Lennon.
Grant Powell is a lifelong entrepreneur. He's been involved in all kinds of businesses, import, export. He's been in the construction business, you name it, and now he's an independent mortgage broker. And today we're going to talk to Grant about the whole world of mortgages and for even teenagers and millennials. And he's going to share with us the top 3 tips on how kids can become financially secure. So welcome back.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you, Grant. And you're on to your second book.
Yes.
Congratulations on that.
Thanks.
We introduced you a few months ago, and you're working on this book. So this is Thinking Outside Your Bank. What is that all about?
Well, it's about, there's so many different lenders out there besides just going to your bank. And with the recent mortgage tightening regulations, it's further important to find out all your options before getting into a mortgage. So it's totally thinking outside your bank, but on a positive way, because in the media there's been a lot of negative sort of things of what you can't do.
Right.
When you're thinking outside your bank, you find out all the possibilities that you can do.
So this second book is focused on young people. So
Yes.
even teenagers should be thinking about getting a mortgage. Millennials, I get it. Don't all millennials just have their parents buy them a house?
Well, they wish, right? But yeah, no, it's so important for teens, as early as teens, to sort of understand the credit process. I've been involved with Teen Global Wealth, which is the same sort of thing, helping teens around the world with trying to narrow down what it takes to start getting those good habits of saving first before you spend, so on and so forth. So it starts early.
And when I'm 60 years old, so when I went to school, there was no such thing as, we didn't learn anything about how to handle our finances. It's my understanding now that they're starting to teach some financial wellness or financial understanding to young people. So that's a big part of what this book is about.
Yes, it's because of the fact that the financial world is always changing, so it's getting tougher and tougher. So in the schools, yeah, they can sort of start tapping in on that, but it's when rules keep changing, it's really tough for the schools to sort of teach that. So I feel it's my duty as an industry professional to give this information that's current so that the kids and the millennials and everybody else can sort of try to understand what is needed upon them to sort of get a mortgage, what's asked upon them to get a mortgage.
Because even as a teenager in junior high school, with a job, if you start to build up good spending, saving habits, get a credit card. Like as soon as you're able to get a credit card, or even use your parents' credit card and get used to the whole process.
You can even have your child on as an authorized user on your credit card from as young as 10 years old.
Really?
They can be an authorized user, yes. So they'll have their own code and they can go and make purchases, and then when you get your monthly statement, you can go through the statement and find out which things they bought, and then those kind of habits of seeing the monthly statement and then have your child give you the funds for those purchases they made. Or of course, if you're going to give one as a gift, right?
Right.
To your child. But that kind of helps kids get used to sort of paying with credit, but then realizing they have to have the money available at the end of the month to pay for those expenses they put on the credit card.
So we promised our viewers that you would give us the top 3 tips on how to help your teens move towards financial security.
First, teens need to realize how to save and understand saving before you understand spending. And
That's a tricky one. That's a tricky one. And
yes.
It's not just teenagers, by the way.
Yes, exactly. But it starts then. So it's to get those habits where you're either
paying yourself first.
Yeah, paying yourself first. And have those teens, whether they're doing chores or doing part-time work, making sure that they're making the money first and then using that credit card to pay it off at the end of the month.
So teens towards financial independence, number 2.
And yeah, understanding the credit process. So it starts at an early age. So it's about paying that credit card off 100% every month, and with parents going with their teens and showing them, okay, if you don't pay that credit card off 100%, you only make the minimum payment. This is the interest you're throwing away, right, every month, right? And it's going to compound, right? And it's not going to help your score as well. So it's going through that process and sitting them down every month and showing these are the bills that we have to pay. This is the money that's going out. This is the money that's coming in, and getting those habits early on.
Number 3.
The third thing is those discussions. They go from there on how to establish credit, but it's great if you can keep that going. I have so many clients that keep that going with their kids to saying, hey, I realize it's really tough out there. The real estate market is not going down. My plan is to actually help you with your first home, whether it's to go on as a co-applicant or give you a gift towards your down payment. But the main thing is you want to see that inspiration from your kids that want to build their credit so they get good credit, obtain a good career, and have that financial stability. And third thing is to show that they've been saving. They haven't been living outside of their means.
One last thing we'll end with is the concept that I may want to help my kid, my child that maybe just got married or is getting together with someone to get into his first home, because the home ownership is a big part of building financial security.
Yes.
And guess what? I don't have that check available. I don't have that easily accessible funds to help with that down payment. Or, maybe I go co-sign on their mortgage. I can maybe access working with a mortgage broker to take some money out of my own house.
Yes, and it's looking at the overall picture. Like, is this property that, you're going to buy, is that an investment property, or is it just simply to raise a family, or it's the first step? Yeah, there's all sorts of, by looking at the full picture, because sometimes, you might not want to cash in your long-term investments because for tax purposes, right? To give that gift to your child, and all of a sudden at the end of the year you've got a huge tax increase, right? So sometimes
if you borrow the money out of your own equity in your house, could be a better way.
Well, it's tax-free.
Learned a lot today, Grant, and congratulations on both books, and thanks for coming for your second visit.
Thanks.
On Biz 1-on-1.
Thanks so much.
You're watching Biz 1-on-1.